Hi viewers, welcome to today's news bulletin top 10. Ukraine war, 19 dead as Russian missile hit cities. A wave of Russian airstrike on cities across Ukraine including Kiev has left at least 19 people dead. 17 people including a child were killed in an attack that hit a block of flats in the central city of Oman, official said. And a woman and her 3-year-old daughter were killed in the city of Dnipro, according to the local mayor. The Russian Defense Ministry said its military had targeted Ukrainian army reserves units with the strikes. State-owned RIA news agency said Russia was among aiming for the reserve units and used high-precision weapon on Friday. Ukrainian President said the apartment block was among 10 resident buildings that were damaged in Uman. Trade Rescue Service said the child killed in the city was born in 2013 and another 11 people needed hospital treatment. President said the attack showed further international action needed to be taken against Russia. Sudan crisis Turkish evacuation plane fired on. A Turkish evacuation plane coming into land at an airbase outside Sudan capital Khartoum has been fired at, Turkish Defense Ministry confirms. No one was injured and it landed safely at Wadi Saidna where it was being checked. Sudan's army blamed paramilitary fighter for firing at the aircraft and damaging its fuel system. The Rapid Support Force RSF denied the allegation, saying it was committed to the extended humanitarian truce. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak rocked by resignation of top ally RAB over bullying allegation. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak suffered a serious blow to his premiership on Friday as one of his closest allies resigned over allegation he bullied officials. In a resignation letter posted on Twitter on Friday, Dominic Raab said he decided to quit as Deputy Prime Minister and Justice Secretary after an official inquiry found some of the claims made against him were justified. Sunak said he accepted Raab's resignation with great sadness and later replaced as Deputy PM with Oliver. India says border violation erode entire basis of ties with China. India's defense minister told his Chinese counterpart on Thursday that violations of their shared border erode the entire basis of relation between the two Asian neighbors. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh made the comments during a meeting with newly appointed Chinese Defense Minister Li Shangfu in New Delhi ahead of a regional security summit on Friday. Had frank discussion about the developments in the India-China border areas as well as bilateral relations, according to a statement from the Indian Defence Ministry said following their talk. Everest climber from Northern Ireland dies after scaling Annapurna Peak in Nepal. A mountaineer from Northern Ireland died while descending from the summit of the world's 10th highest peak, and an Indian climber is missing on the same mountain, climbing officials said on Tuesday. Noel Hanna, who had climbed Mount Everest 10 times, feet Annapurna Peak in West Nepal on Monday and died overnight in camp after descending from the peak. Yubraj Khatiwada, an official of the Department of Tourism, said the circumstances of Hana's death were unclear. He said an Indian climber who fell into a crevasse on the lower reaches of Annapurna has been missing since Monday. Two other Indian mountaineers who were caught up in bad weather while climbing Annapurna were being rescued, hiking company officials said. Beautiful lion is spotted in Sena Aura National Park for first time in almost 20 years. After a 2-decade absence, at least one lion has returned to Sena Aura National Park. An image of a muscular female lion in the park was captured by a remote camera in February, according to a news release from the Wildlife Conservation Society, which released the image on Thursday in collaboration with the government of Chad. Lions have not been spotted in the park for almost 20 years, says the news release. The release the image described the big cat as a beautiful lioness in her prime and clearly in great health in the release. Amazon posts $3.2 billion profit as it goes through multiple rounds of layoff. The e-commerce gain on Thursday reported a profit of $3.2 billion for the first quarter, up from a loss of $3.8 billion in the year ago quarter, and for exceeding analyst estimates. The swing to a profit comes as Amazon has ramped up its cost-cutting measures in recent months, announced two rounds of layoff, canceled product and nixed physical store expansions. The company revenue increased 9% during the quarter from the prior year. Amazon expects second quarter net sales to grow between 5% and 10% from the same period the year before, or be between $127 billion and $133 billion. BBC chairman resigns after controversy involving loan deal for former Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Battled chairman of the British Broadcasting Corporation, Richard Sharp, resigned on Friday after a report found to be failed to discuss his involvement in facilitating a loan of almost $1 million to former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Sri Lanka approves IMF's $3 billion bailout package. Sri Lanka Parliament on Friday approved the much-needed USD 3 billion IMF bailout package to revive the island's economy, which was hit hard by a economic and humanitarian crisis sparked by years of mismanagement and the pandemic. Last month, the International Monetary Fund approved the bailout program to help Sri Lanka overcome its economic crisis and catalyze financial support from other development partners, a move welcomed by historic milestone in the critical period. On Friday, at the end of the third day debate, 120 members of parliament in 225-member assembly voted in its favor of the deal, while 25 of them opposed it. "56 Gujarat residents rescued from Sudan reach Ahmedabad." As many as 56 Gujarat residents evacuated from Sudan under the Center Operation Kaveri reached Ahmedabad in the early hours of Friday after landing in Mumbai, and expressed gratitude to government authorities for bringing them back safely from the strife-battered African nations. Of these 56 Gujarat residents who landed at the Mumbai airport, 12 reached Ahmedabad on their own, while 44 were brought to Ahmedabad in two buses deployed by the Gujarat government, said an official release. They were among 246 Indians evacuated from Sudan and brought to Mumbai by an Indian Air Force plane from Jeddah in Saudi Arabia on Thursday afternoon. These evacuees were from as many as 18 states, including Bihar, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana, Mumbai airport authorities said. Do join us by subscribing our channel for latest news and more updates.